Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't want to like argue or say she's wrong, she's not wrong.
But like, because my experience back then, I wasn't doing it for newsletter subscribers. I was doing it for sales, and my sales skyrocketed once I did that.
Well, I think the question you posed was very valid, and you reaffirmed it. Do you want a sell or do you want a newsletter subscriber? And they're both good.
They're both
It
good.
kind of does depend on maybe your future. How maybe you're really crappy at doing newsletters, and so maybe it's not good to get an email address.
And some readers of some genres really, there are, I don't even know how to work around that, but there are some readers that just don't respond well to newsletter lists, and some genres don't do that. And so I would say in that case, you just take advantage of it as much as you can.
So, yeah.
And then write in a genre that has rabid newsletter fans in the future.
Well, I just think, every genre is different and every person is different. And the greatest thing about being a self-publisher is that you can change your mind next week.
Yeah.
I can decide, I am going to try Andrea's Permafree with this series and see if it works for me.
I am going to say right now, though, that when you have a lot of books, making changes like that takes weeks.
It's true.
And it's hours and hours and hours. Like, I will never, ever change my setup now that I've got it until something comes along that shows it is much better. Because it takes like 10 hours a day, like a whole week. I actually hired an assistant just to, I've got 2 assistants right now, just because I can't update my whole entire, my collection on my own anymore. Which I never thought would be a problem, right? Because, having more books is awesome. But when you don't have time to actually do them, I don't have time to market them. And so what's the point of having a lot of books if you don't have time to market them, right?
So you're saying changing all the front and back matter.
All the front and back matter, putting images in, it just takes so much time.
I agree.
And so I do it, and then I set it up.
I'm holding off. My first, I've got 6 books. My first one, which is actually the first one will be comes out in January. And that one I'm going to offer for free to newsletter subscribers. Because I think by that point, they'll want to care about those characters and will want to read that free book. Because right now I'm just using my novella as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to find what works for you. If you have better results doing one thing, like for me, I had better results doing it that way. But if you, like Diane Capri, she's going to be, hi Diane, she's going to be watching this. Capri, I said her name wrong. She's going to be watching this. She doesn't ever give anything away for free. And you can correct us if I'm wrong later. But she obviously makes enough money, off of having her books full price. I think her books are even more expensive than just $2.99, $3.99. She writes Jack Reacher stuff though, so you guys know who Jack Reacher is. Yeah. He's like my favorite character in the whole world. So when I was like, she writes about Jack Reacher, not fair. Okay, so I don't know what I did.
So I have a couple more clarifying questions.
Okay.
Sorry,
You're fine.
She's
very organized.
I'm very organized.
I have a babysitter for as long as we need one.
So I hear a lot of debate about your newsletter freebie and whether or not it violates Kindle KDP Select.
Okay, KDP Select does not allow you to offer free anything anywhere on your website. Nowhere. It can only be on Kindle Unlimited. So I'm actually, while we're doing questions, we're going to have the camera not on me.
Wait. Repeat that. So you can't give away a book.
If you are in Kindle Unlimited, if that book is in Kindle Unlimited, you cannot give it away to people to offer it to. You can't offer it via email. You can't offer it via websites. Anything.
What if you just directly give it to them?
You can't do that either.
Really?
Yeah. No, they say it can't be offered in any way. It can't be offered under the table or anything like that. And authors do get caught doing that. It's really hard for them to catch it. It's kind of one of those things where you could probably do it and not ever be caught. But if you do get caught doing it, they shut down accounts without any. You guys heard what happened to that one author?
Yeah.
Yeah, they shut down accounts without checking. They don't verify that you're doing things legally or that you did something on accident or that you weren't even doing it. They just shut accounts. So I'm like, it's not worth it to me.
So if you had a book in Kindle Unlimited Select?
Kindle Unlimited is KDP Select,
okay.
yeah.
So you couldn't give that book away free through BookFunnel?
You can if you use your 5 free days, but you can't offer it through an email. Like you can't just give the manuscript away outside of Amazon. So it has to be arranged through Amazon through your 5 free days.
Even if it was for review?
I think you can for review.
I think for reviewing.
BookFunnel and InstaFreebie you can. I'm published with Amazon and I asked them if I could do that and they said yes.
Mm-hmm. They might have made an exception.
Because I'm published with them, but
they might. It might be for
reviewers.
ARCs, an ARC copy. I think that's allowed. Because Amazon sometimes You're not watching this, right, Amazon? I'm so paranoid that like we're gonna have like a representative for these companies in our list, you know. And Amazon's gonna be like, oh my goodness, now we know who. But Amazon, I mean, they do things frequently that, you know, shoots themselves in the foot. But their book marketing, I mean, their book side of their company is so small, you know. I mean, compared to other things they do. Okay, other questions?
This is my last one.
Okay.
So you have a different image at the beginning of your book versus the end.
I have the same image at the beginning and the end.
Okay, so do you
Just makes-
change the wording at all?
On the image or...
Well, it looked like you had different wording for the beginning one versus
Oh.
the end one.
Okay, yes, I did on that my box set. I'd like to have things be the same at the beginning and the end. I'm testing that out, the whole Get Andrea Starter library for free, because that's part of my rebranding, part of switching everything to one list. Oh my goodness, guys. Some of the worst decisions I've ever made include... Okay, so I'm going to turn this so that I can show my drawing, because I'm very much into using whiteboards. Okay, so I offer... Alright, I offer the first book for free and the second book for subscribers for 2 different series. And that works really, really well. But I had a main list. This is my main list, right? And this is where everyone goes after they go through my automation sequence. So people join through my Caton University series here. And then people join through my Kalenia series. And these are separate lists. And so when people would come through, my automation would send them through all my emails. And then once they were done, I would put them in here. Okay, so that's caused a lot of problems. I'll have people sign up here, people sign up here, and people sign up here. Because, you know, they don't pay attention. They don't know that they're already subscribed. So I'm going to keep this one separate because I get like maybe 1 subscriber a day through that series. But this one now is part of this. So now my landing page leads to my main place. And that also, if somebody unsubscribes and then resubscribes over here, or, I mean, it just helps like importing everything, especially with APR. When I got my subscribers a couple weeks ago, they were, a lot of them, 30 of them were already on my list. And so sending them through here when they were already over here, you know, I have a lot of emails that go out. They don't want to get those emails over and over again. You know, some of that is fine, but that many people, it was a problem. So then I ended up having them go through the main list, my automation sequence here, and that solved the problem, because if they're already subscribed, then MailChimp will just clean them so they don't get resubscribed.
So how do you do the automatic sequence so they're not also getting the weekly emails you just send regularly?
You just have to remember. I keep track of who. Okay, so when somebody signs up, so I started this one on May 20th, my main one here, and I just remember, don't email anybody who joined up after May 20th. I just email before people who joined up before then, and then that date moves forward as like the automation sequence moves forward. So people who sign up May 20th, they go through all of the emails and then they're done. But then May 27th, I don't email people May 27th and earlier. It does require some memories, remembering
Why
things.
does it hurt to send out just a newsletter if they're in the middle of your automated?
Because I email every week.
So you feel it would confuse them?
I feel it, well, okay, so the things that I send in my automation sequence, I repeat to my main list, and vice versa. If I test, if it goes through my main list, the people who've been through my automation sequence and it works, I add it, and if it's an evergreen topic, I add it to my automation sequence. And we'll actually go over that later. It's just because I want to have, and you need emails to pad in between emails that you're selling books, and so we'll talk about that later too. Did that answer your question, both of you? Okay, anybody else have any other questions? Shall we continue? Is that a yes? Okay. All right, I will move this back here. I should hire somebody to come and record for me. My brother's good at that stuff, and he would make it so people don't get morning sickness, motion sickness. I really hope people don't get morning sickness from watching my videos. Okay, motion sickness from watching the videos, not morning sickness. The men would love to get that, right? Okay. All right, giveaways can be effective, can it be very ineffective. It depends on how you handle them. Okay, so multi-author giveaways. Do you guys know, let's see, hold on, actually. I'm gonna go to right here. Okay, so multi-author giveaway is when you participate in a giveaway where people sign up for newsletter lists. So basically everybody who enters the giveaway signs up for all of the authors' newsletter lists. And sometimes there's like 20 authors, 40 authors, and so that's very, very, very overwhelming.
That's a lot.
Okay, so
And
huge.
they might not even be all in your genre.
The giveaways are generally targeted, so it'd be all fantasy authors or whatever. Do you guys
Okay.
know what this is? Free Kindle giveaway. Okay, this is fantastic. You guys need to use Free Kindle giveaway. Okay, so what this is Rebecca Hamilton, I think, is the one who. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Rebecca Hamilton. Yeah, Rebecca Hamilton is the one who runs this group. And Rebecca is really awesome. She teaches a class on Facebook ads. What she does is you come here and you spend $50 is what I usually do, is a $50 option. Kindle Unlimited, cross promotion, urban fantasy, paranormal romance. You pay $50, and I got 1,400 subscribers from it. And so people sign up, and not all of those subscribers actually are buyers. And so I'll show you what you do once you get subscribers like that. But even if it's 150 cents a subscriber, is really, really worth it. And so anyway, you'll get huge results from this. I really, really want to do her. She's got like an epic sci-fi fantasy for $200. On the next page, she's got like a viral option. All sorts of really cool. Superstar for $200. Like, you're the superstar author. You're the only one that she'll promote. Things like that. I absolutely love her program.
Could you just give us like a 2-minute what she does with it? Where you
Okay,
sign up and
she's-
then she promotes your newsletter?
No, she does a giveaway. So it's like a free Kindle. So it's a giveaway that she does, and she uses Facebook ads too. It's what Author Platform Rocket does.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Rocket Platform. Is it Rocket Platform?
Author platform Rocket.
Okay. Johnny!
It's a really confusing name.
Is that worthwhile?
Okay, we'll talk about that. I think I've got it as one of the questions at the end. But basically, what he was telling me on the phone was the first month is not very successful. He's like, authors generally don't have very good results in the first month because we're tweaking ads, and it takes time. It takes months to get Facebook ads down to perfection. And so he was saying the authors that have the most success are the ones that stay in the program longest, because we get to know their audience the best, and then we're able to, like Cherie Schmidt, you guys know her? Am I saying her name right? Am I saying your name right? She's in our group. She got like 4,000 subscribers out of her batch that when she told me about it. She's like, I just got 4,000 subscribers, or it might have been 3,000. But anyway, it was a really good amount. Anyway, okay, so free Kindle giveaway, that's what they do. So they can be really, really good, but it leads to leader fatigue and a lot of unsubscribes. So the best route is to follow my advice for holding giveaways, and it's coming. I think I've got a few slides to go through before then. You cannot turn off because I need to see you. There you go. Okay, so giveaways. So what to offer? A Kindle is the best option for the least amount of work. You don't have to actually take it to the post office. You mail it directly to their house, which I love. I love gift cards too, because they're, you can actually offer anything if you use Facebook ads to gain subscribers. And so you target readers of authors in your genre. So, okay, so what you were saying about, your 3-day stay in Kanab or whatever, if you had used Facebook ads and if you targeted authors, and only marketed people who like, say, maybe Kindle, like they like the word Kindle and they like a certain author, then you know that you're targeting only readers. And so a giveaway can actually be successful for that reason.
That's great. Showing me that.
Facebook ads, I have a hate-love relationship with Facebook ads and giveaways. Like, Facebook ads can be such a money pit, but they can be really, really awesome. Okay, Rafflecopter is basic and it's free. But the problem with it is it shows people how many other people have entered, which to me is, I won't enter a giveaway if there's more than 1,000 people have entered. I'm just that way. I'm like, there's no chance I'll win, But King Sumo, it's like $200 or $100 or something like that, but it's already made back the money that I spent on it. It doesn't show the number of entries, and we're going to show you King Sumo giveaway. This is one of the giveaways I just ran, and I bought the image off Shutterstock. But I do Kindle Paperwhite giveaways. It seems to have a good reaction. It's $119, so it's not like a, Kindle Fires are $50 right now, which I'm like, people love the Kindle Fire, but that doesn't feel like a lot of money, $50. So people like money. That's another one. If you do King Sumo, you want your background image to be, professional, crisp. Okay, so people like reading on the beach and people like reading in the mountains. So I alternate between the two pictures. Each giveaway I run or use a different one. Okay, so this is how you make giveaways work. Do not automatically subscribe to people. And I'm going to say this includes Author Rocket Platform. APR, thank you. I'm going to write it down because I won't even remember APR. I get them backwards. APR. Okay, so then I can look over there every time I feel like stumbling. Okay, so don't automatically subscribe people. Even though by entering the giveaway they're agreeing to be on your list, you don't want to have the mass unsubscribes, low open rates, and bad click-throughs that you'll get because it messes up your numbers. So what you do is instead you send them to your landing page. You say, hey, I've got a free book that you can download if you go here. So readers of, whatever. Delete the fake, and I'll go over my email, what I send out in just a minute. Delete fake email addresses. It's kind of obvious, but some of them are really hard to find. I actually had one guy subscribe 2,000 email accounts under the names account 0001 at spambooger.com, account 002 at spambooger.com, and
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm slow, so I apologize. But you take the emails you gather from your raffle copy or your consumer or whatever, and you email them.
Yeah.
Not through your newsletter list, but just an email.
You can create, what I do is I create a completely separate list, which you have to delete afterwards because MailChimp will actually remember things. And you don't want them, if you unsubscribe them, MailChimp will remember you unsubscribe them and it'll clean those addresses. And so
you have to delete them.
what I do is I create a separate email list and then I put them all in that email list and then I say, hey, if you want a free book, and I'm going to go over the email in just a minute, what I say. And then once you send out your emails to them offering that free book, announcing the winner, whatever, you delete them, and I delete the list completely because, like I said, MailChimp will actually. Some people, even though they don't want to be on your list, if they want to know that they won, so even if they unsubscribe, if they sign up again and they don't ever hear about the giveaway again, then that's actually going to cause problems for you because you promised to contact the contestants, right? There's so much to go into with that. Okay,
So you're sending them to the page that doesn't
The
have
landing
any
page.
links at all anyway.
Yeah, and we're going to go over landing pages too. Okay, so my first email to contestants. This is what I say in my first email. It says, thank you for entering my Kindle Paperwhite giveaway. The winner of the Kindle will be chosen in a couple of days after I've weeded out the fake entries. But in the meantime, I like giving away a couple of my award-winning urban fantasy / paranormal romance novels to everyone who enters. And then I tell them what the books are, Discern and Praxis, because my readers, they want to know that it's books they already have, right? If you like heart-pounding fantasy with lots of action and kissing, smiley face, click here for more information. Good luck with the giveaway, and I'll be in touch in a couple of days. Sincerely, Andrea Pearson. And the PS, I've learned I have to put this in all of them. It says, every time I run a Kindle giveaway, I hear from people who didn't actually enter themselves to win the Kindle. If that's you, I really apologize. It's so disheartening to have scammers messing with my giveaways. To stop my emails, go ahead and click the unsubscribe button below, and then I tell them my email only a couple of times, so they're going to not get them anyway. But sorry about that, and thanks for your patience. Okay, then the second email, I announce the winner, and between the first and the second, I've contacted the winner, and I start the process of shipping the Kindle to them, right? Second email, I announce the winner, I offer the free books again, and I vary it slightly from the first email. So you might want to put in a little blurb, like your hook to your book. Like my books are paranormal romance or urban fantasy. They do both well in both genres, and so sometimes in the first email I'll say just paranormal romance, and in the second email I'll say urban fantasy. Okay, always lead people to your landing page. It's optimized and built to draw your target readers in, or it should be. Even APR. I got it right here. It's better than getting a ton of unsubscribes, because MailChimp they're feisty. They haven't been feisty with me yet. Oh no, they do. They'll say, are you sure you want to import those email addresses? I had that happen once. Okay, so results of Kindle Paperwhite giveaways. This is the gold. From the three giveaways I've run so far, I've had 1,344 subscribers opt to download my free book, opt to sign into my newsletter list. And so I've had probably 15,000 people enter the giveaways, but I've had 1,300 people actually, sign up for my newsletter list. One giveaway had 500 total contestants. I only advertise it to my street team, which is about 250, and so then they tell their friends, These are people who voluntarily signed up after I told them about my free books. If I get $5 per subscriber, which is probably about what I'm making, maybe around there, that's potentially $6,700 over the next couple of years. And so you want to give them time to read your book and get through your automation sequence. But that's definitely, 378 divided by 1344 is 28 cents per subscriber. And that's totally worth it.
It's almost like a people opt in. That's what you're
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they sign up for the giveaway and then they have to
And
sign
then
up for
sign
your
up
list
for
again.
the
It is pretty much. But the giveaway, people will just enter their email address to win something. Like when I first got my.
because you probably have then another confirm too once they sign up.
Yes, they have to.
So
Yeah,
then
King
3.
Sumo does do a second opt-in. Yes.
Yeah.
So they have to confirm their email address. But King Sumo allows you the option of emailing people who are unconfirmed, and I actually do that. Some people say not to because you don't know if they didn't opt themselves in. That's why I add that little PS at the end of the email. But some people never get the confirmation email from King Sumo, and so that doesn't mean that they're not legitimately entering the giveaway. And so I add them too. I might change that in the future, but for now it's like King Sumo will actually tell you who's confirmed and who hasn't confirmed, which is very helpful. Okay, any questions up to that point? I'm going to pause the recording and break it up because this is another section that I won't want to stop halfway through.